So over a decade or so ago, dancehall reggae artist Jacure sang a song called Prison and a Bed of Rose. Don't remember the exact name. Ironically, he was locked up for some sorts of jump over fence incidents. Ironically, he is locked up again because of some sorts of anger management. But the point is that these penal facilities, they are not fit for human. They are fit for subhuman, especially in Jamaica. They are deplorable places, disgusting, infested with all sorts of germs, chink, you name it, they have it. There's a video that is circulating all over social media, and it shows some inmate showing the conditions of these penal institutions and why you will be FUCKED if you become an inmate in one of those places. Take a listen, take a look to this not so beautiful bean footage, and then I'll give my piece.
The shower that two people is in, look. Shower that I'm skeptic to be at them places and I got germs full of. The man underpants that dropping on grounds, you know. Entirely, real right now. Look funny.
It's chronic. It's this.
Look. After years, them buy car shit fun and all. Now them not washing up. I tell you, no. See that? We have to make light up this year and make smoke. We kill the scent. Them hear that. I know nothing good. Yeah, we'll be it one that and plus have use it, put it right as so. For black when a man and shit is it and nothing good. See the water take time around here. If you see that, it's around here now, you know? Yeah. See next place, yeah. Nothing good boy here. Shower again. Let's see water full. Yo, don't drop your soap because you're grounds.
Now people, when the average Jamaican, including myself, see this video, we said, well, prison is for rehabilitation. Prison is for them to learn some sorts of lesson, to deter them from doing the same old thing. Make them think hard and fast that, say, me no want go back to it. So therefore, this is not some sorts of sympathy party being thrown for these inmates to bring them NSC and wear them polo and show them cash. No, this is to say, as bad as these people are, these places remind me, it's as if some sorts of flashback or some sorts of movie where we see in some sorts of African Congolese place in which prisoner they in some sorts of deplorable. As a matter of fact, not even prisoner, SLAVES. This also speaks volume about the type of management that this country has. The system, including the penal system. People, these youths are bad. However, in a 2024, up to the time places in which Jamaica that have so much natural resources pretty much get robbed and FUCK for decades because of the mismanagement, whether a PNP or JLP. So therefore, this is no sort of political thing against any sort of leader. Me just say the whole of them worthless. Look at these conditions. You don't have proper shower. You can't even put on some sorts of shower head that costs a couple of dollars. It is not very expensive. Just a little bit of effort, just a little bit of care. And I understand that some of these youths are called MURDERERS. However, there are standards that is set globally for even the worstest amongst us. This is sub. The government, the authority, relevant authority that is, they should be ashamed of themselves to be the leaders or the managers of any sort of facility. People, do you see this video? This is not even supposed to be in any sorts of backward. Not even back in the SLAVERYD. You're supposed to see them kind of condition. People, this speaks volume about the type of place that Jamaica is. Because when you check the statistics, if we look at the roads, if we look at some of these garrisons and some of these people put themselves stuck in the predicament because them kind of what this. But me just say, if the government cannot care for the people that are free, law-abiding, taxpaying citizens, what do we expect? This should be the expectation, the lowest of the lowest people. This is sad, this is tragic, even though these people are bad individuals. Point blank and period. Now the next thing that is popping in the news is that we know that St. James, Montego Bay is probably the, if not one of the epicenters of crime in Jamaica. Lottery scamming, gangs, SHOOTING, takeaway factor, you name it, and Montego Bay is notorious for it. Now usually there's a list, top 5 lists, top 10 lists, top 100 lists. However, it seems as if Montego Bay is so infiltrated with criminal. Them have a top 11 list. And people, when you hear the names and when you hear the crimes that these youths are allegedly wanted for, you should not be surprised. However, people, take a listen, take a look to that infamous list, and then I'll give my piece.
Joseph Mackenzie, also known as J.O., Lyco Maxwell, otherwise called Junior, Omoy Romain Largy, better known as Not Nice, and Shaquille Nathaniel Brown are all wanted for murder. Keston Bertrand, also called Trini and Pablo, and Shane Morgan, also known as OK, are also wanted for murder. The 4 who are wanted for shooting with intent are Darren Reed, also called Manafati, Austin Reed, better known as Akeem, Stefano Johnson, whose alias is Boled, and 35-year-old Jermaine Lawrence. A warrant has been issued for the arrest of Delano Vincent Brown, who is wanted for rape, grievous sexual assault, and sexual touching of a child, along with aiding and abetting rape, grievous sexual assault, and the sexual touching of a child. The police are asking anyone who has information on the whereabouts of these men to contact the nearest police station, the CIB headquarters, Montego Bay Police Station, 311 or 119.
Now, people, obviously, we see that criminality and crime don't take a holiday, especially in places like Montego Bay. We see that Mobay, St. James, they are joining era going up to Westmoreland. Them full of gang, them full of corruption, them full of all sorts of KILLERS. These youths are not interested in any sorts of 9 to 5. These youths are interested in easy liberty. They want everything the easy way. However, they do not want to put in the hard work and dedication. Bounty Killer said something very important. If you don't want to get work, you're going to get work or take work or get FUCK. So therefore, if you think that you're going to be out there preying on victims, society, and there is no sorts of repercussion, don't know if you saw the message in the bottle, don't know if you saw the memo, don't know if you watched the notice board. These people, meaning the people them na blue, CTAC, special operation, them have a new strategy that is lined up for you guys that is going to fit you appropriately. It is called one-way ticket to the resurrection, one-way ticket to hell, Dovecat, Madden are one of those preferred 6x6 boxes in the cold ground. So if you think you are just going to go out there, rob people, jump over people fence, take what people, do all manner of evil. When you get or make this list, it is actually a warning. The people will warn you, them will talk. However, when them come for you, me no want hear your granny or your mama or your friend them or the resident in the neighborhood that talk about you never have no tool. Remember, you were the one that put yourself in this predicament. You are the one that needs to go to the power post station and explain yourself, talk to the court, take to the law or the judge. in prayer. If you do not do that, you're the one that is going to put yourself in a bad predicament, meaning for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Meaning that don't be a part of that statistic, that regular cliche script from the Popo. Popo went to look for you with some sorts of warrant, namely DEATH. Upon entering your premises, they came under immense FIRE. They took evasive action and returned such FIRE. After the smoke cleared, people were found DEADING clutching onto some sorts of tool. Don't let that be you. Remember, you are pre-warned, forewarned. And like I've always said, do the right thing before the wrong thing do you. If you don't comply, you are going to get FUCK. Straight up, no other ways about it. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that the former queen of the dancehall, Lady Saw, turned Christian. She made some posts on social media, and pretty much what she was saying in those posts, it seems as if I will have to go back to the old me. As much as I don't like it, it seems as if I am forced to have no sorts of choice. One could interpret it as being she is going to backslide, she is going to go back in a dancehall, do all sorts of skin out music because the money is not coming in as fast as she anticipated. So pretty much she is losing faith in the man up above. Things now work out like she planned. Now people, here's the thing. She also made some posts and she's calling up some names. Persons are assuming that she's talking about Spice, that Spice came in her life and is like a crosses. And even when she went in the church, that same person is still taunting her. That same person is lowering her. So therefore, since them a taunt her when she in at the church, she gotta come back out of the church and deal with it on the right platform, meaning dancehall. Now people, when we talk about politics, politician, the biggest hypocrites, the biggest con artists, full of craft. When we talk about dancehall, the same thing, we say Ninja Man turned Christian backslide. It seems as if this is the same that can be said for Lady Saw. And I don't care for her followers or our people, them getting at them feeling it is true. And it is being revealed out there. When I listen to the lie that she put out, pretty much making that transition from the church, from Christian to Eden again, it seems as if it is a bunch of crap to me. It seems as if she is just making up excuse. Her argument did not sound consistent. It did not have any sorts of depth. It sounds as if she was just making up story and looking for lame excuses. Because if you decide to be a Christian, nobody should draw you out. So I just say, if you believe so much in Christ, then a next person should not have that much power like them or the devil for draw you out away from a stronger power, which would have been your Almighty God. So people, me just say, it seems as if Lady Saw did not have that Kevin Smith genes. She was not thief enough to make it as a scam pastor. And people, I am not saying that she did not believe, and I am not saying that she would not have been a good Christian had things turned her way. However, the first thing what them talk about in a Christianity is faith. So it seems as if Lady Saw lost all faith and then she's turning back to where she knows the money is. Because you and I know SEX sells. Dancehall controversy class it sells, especially artists of the caliber of Lady Saw, at least in her prime. Don't know if she still have those skill sets, that is yet to be determined. However, what I do know is that the money wasn't working out. Things did not go according to plan. So therefore, now she's doing some sorts of hypocritical switcheroo. Point blank and period. So last but not least, we see that dancehall artist Vybz Kartel and his co-accused, they are in courts. versus the DPP, the prosecution, as to whether some sorts of determination whether a trial or retrial is going to be held, and people inevitable that is going to happen. Some of the points that Vybz Kartel lawyer is making, that he is not able to provide for his 17 dependents. That includes mother, kids, whomever that he sees to be persons that he is responsible for. People, at the end of the day, the people are saying, Mr. Lizard, even if he was some sort of criminal element, he is not there to care for his mother. He is not there to care for his kids. If he had any kids, don't know the specifics on that. The next point of contention is that he is in bad health. We know about the Graves' disease that is confirmed based on how him look. His heart is functioning at 50%. Well, people, here's the thing about the case. The case is not about sympathy. The case is not about emotion. Like them say, if you allegedly do the time or the crime, you should allegedly or you will do the time. That is confirmed. So therefore, these people, the facts are these. They would rather to see Vybz Kartel, DEAD and rotten in the big yard than to let him out. They would rather to build a new jail, which they won't, or transfer him to a next facility in which he can get proper medical attention. They would rather to make arrangements which they are not very good at logistically, and make sure that he goes to the doctor and gets the treatment that he can get. People, the facts about Jamaica is that medical help, medical facility in Jamaica is so inept, very bad, even for the average law-abiding, tax-paying citizen, them are ball out here. So just imagine the type of interest that they have in some sorts of criminal, especially allegedly somebody that is a notorious person that took away somebody, limb him up, and then dash with the body in a sea or what them say, in a some sorts of place where them burn up the body. So people, I say this to say that at the end of the day, after this 5-day hearing, Vybz Kartel is going to remain in jail. Vybz Kartel is not going to be placed on any sorts of bail. A new date for retrial is going to be set whenever that is. And the prosecution is going to make sure that this time, whatever mistakes that they made in the original trial, they are going to do damage control. They are going to dot all their I's and cross all their T's. They are going to make sure that Vybz Kartel will never see the free world again. Fly low or fly high. Not on any sorts of technicality, not on any sorts of jury misconduct, not on any sorts of judge misconduct. This time they are going to try to seal it, unless, of course, a jury of his peers or the judges decide that, say this man innocent. People, I doubt that this will happen anytime in a Jamaica as it pertains to Vybz Kartel. Don't want to be the bearer of bad news. However, me just have common sense, know the system, know what is out there, and know what to expect. If you think otherwise, you are fooling yourselves. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.